Okay, well, here we go. Good morning to everyone. Tyler, I see you have someone with you. Is this Amanda? Are you Amanda? Oh, you're on mute.
No, I'm Sammy. I'm
Sammy,
the one who talked. Tammy.
Tammy. Yes, I'm sorry, Tammy. Let me write that down. Yes, I remember now. I've talked to a lot of people, so I'm trying to connect names and faces and kids and all that, but good to see you, Tammy.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so I have a little PowerPoint to share with you guys, and we'll just go through that. We're going to talk about just basically how the class is going to run and a little bit about rules and procedures, and then how to log into Google Classroom and all that kind of stuff. So I'm glad that you have your parents near. It's okay if you're not in the camera as long as you can hear me, and please feel free to ask me questions or comment, whatever. This is informal. So I just want to make sure everybody knows exactly what's going on and how the class is going to go. So, and then we'll start actually doing lessons and homework and all that next week with the books. So first of all, let me just ask you really quick though. Give me a thumbs up, kids, if you have your binder and book already at home. Nobody yet? Oh, thumbs down. That's okay. I know Tyler mentioned that. William has yours. Good. Okay, awesome. Yay. So if you don't have it yet, we're just going to cross our fingers and hope that it comes by next Thursday. If not, please let me know, and I'll share with you in email what you need for the first lesson or two, or however long it takes to come in, because I know that a lot of people are ordering books right now. So who knows what the mail is going to do. So, okay, let me get to my PowerPoint. Okay, this is the Cisneros writing class. My name is Lori Cisneros. You can see in my Zoom call there. And the students can call me either Mrs. Cisneros or Mrs. C, if Cisneros is hard to remember. I know it's a lot of cis. So I go by either way. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I've been a teacher for 22 years. I started out a few years in the private schools, and then I went to the public schools, and I taught there first grade, second grade, and third grade over 10 years, and learned a lot there. And then from there, I moved to the charter school. So I worked at Valley Oaks Charter School in Bakersfield, and then I transferred up here to Tehachapi, which is where I live. And I worked at Valley Oaks Charter School for about 8 years. And during my time with the charter school, I really learned a lot about homeschooling and connecting to families who are doing homeschooling. And I know that's what you guys are doing. I have a huge respect for you. It's very challenging and rewarding. And, it's a process, as you all know. I've never done it with my own children, but just working with those homeschool families for those years really opened my eyes to how wonderful homeschooling can be and how you can tailor what your child needs to, tailor the lessons and the curriculum and really see them grow. I just love that. So in that time, I learned about different curriculum that's available for homeschool families. And I also learned that math and writing tend to be the most difficult subjects to teach at home for parents. And so I understand math pretty well, but writing always was difficult for me, especially as a child. I struggled with writing, and I would cry and hate it and just dread writing just because I didn't really have a grasp on how to do it. And I went through the public school system. And anyway, back then, it was a little bit different. And I just missed some key things when I was learning writing. So that is truly what inspired me to get trained in this curriculum. So my own personal experience with writing as a student, and then working with homeschool families and understanding that teaching writing is difficult, I thought, I have to do this. I have to help these homeschool families. And writing is so huge for students to really get a solid grasp on for, the rest of their lives through their education and beyond. So that's a little background with me and how I got to where I am now. So now I have my own business. I'm teaching writing online, and then I have in-person classes up here in Tehachapi. So it's my heart to help these kids write and not hate writing and not dread writing. I mean, I know I'm taking on a big task, but I've seen it happen where they went from hating and dreading to actually liking and maybe even enjoying it and loving it possibly a little bit. So I've seen it, so I know it works. And then a little bit about my family. We live on a farm. I live with my husband. We're empty nesters because we have 2 adult children. They both moved out. I have a son who's 27, a daughter who's turning 25 on Saturday. And my son's in Bakersfield. My daughter right now is in Kansas. So she's my cowgirl. She rounds up cattle and takes care of them, gives them medicine and makes sure they're healthy. And then she also does the whole branding. She's all in the horse and cattle world, which is awesome. And then my son is a techie person. He designs software for companies. And so I've got a little bit of both worlds here. I've got a techie son and a cowgirl daughter, which is great. And we live on a farm here in Tehachapi. We have horses and ponies and cows and chickens and goats. And so in my spare time, when I'm not teaching here and I'm not teaching in person, I'm on the farm. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun and very rewarding. And we're up here in Tehachapi, so I can't complain. It's beautiful up here. So maybe someday you guys can visit my farm. I would love that. So, okay, that's a little bit about me. Let's see. Here's an overview of my class. So I teach once a week on Zoom for an hour, and there are 30 weeks of lessons in the grammar book, and there are 24 weeks of lessons in the writing binder. And then my class runs for 34 weeks. So you might be thinking, well, what are we going to do for those last 4 weeks if everything's done? Well, I know we'll finish the grammar book, but the binder, some of the lessons are pretty easy and the students will pick it up pretty quickly. Some of the lessons are definitely more challenging. So on those challenging lessons, I slow it down a little bit. And I really just go by how the students are doing. Are they getting it? Are they able to produce on their own what I'm teaching them? And oops, we just lost somebody, so I'll let them back in. That happens from time to time. As you know, the internet can be wonky at best. So anyway, 34 weeks is my goal to finish the binder. We might not finish it completely, but we'll get close. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. And then each class, I do 20 minutes of grammar, and then the next 40 minutes is the writing. We usually review the homework from the week, and then I teach a new lesson or a new skill, and then I assign new homework for the following week. So, so far, do you guys have any questions for me? If not, you can just shake your head, and then I know you don't have any questions yet. If you do, go ahead and unmute. Okay. Okay, I see that. All right. For the students, you have some responsibilities. To be on time, that's a given, right? And to be prepared with all of your supplies. I will go through everything you need for my class in a little bit. Participate in class. So this class has 4 students total. So it's going to be easy to communicate, and then I'm going to give you time to share and talk and ask questions. It's a interactive class. It's not just you sitting listening to me teach and that's it. So be prepared for that. And if you're a little nervous about talking, I get it. You guys probably don't know, but I'm nervous right now. It is what it is. You get used to it. And it's a safe space to just, share ideas and thoughts and what you're learning and questions. So I want it to be comfortable for you. So we'll work on that, because I know Zooming it's a little awkward sometimes. Completing your homework, and then turning your homework in on time. And then, of course, showing your best effort. And what I mean by that, I don't expect perfection, because like I said earlier, I struggled with writing. I still struggle. I have to admit, spelling is difficult for me. I never mastered that. I'm better than I was, but I use my cell phone and I'll ask Siri, hey Siri, how do you spell blah, 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 and yeah, I got to be real with you. So if you struggle with spelling, you're not alone. And guess what? I went all the way through college. I even got my master's degree and I struggle with spelling. So if you struggle with that, or if you struggle with grammar, or you struggle with math or whatever, you can still make it. I'm testimony of that. So I want to encourage you with that. So what I mean by showing your best effort is basically what you can do. And your first assignment is a short paragraph. And literally, I just want to see what you can do. If you can only give me 2 sentences, give me 2 sentences. If you give me 5, give me 5 sentences. If you can't spell something or you struggle with this or that, that's okay. I want to see right where you're at. And then we'll work with you on that. So that's my goal. And then ask for help when you need it. Don't feel bad about that. Even asking me, there's ways you can communicate with me in between classes on Google Classroom, or with your parents' help with a text or an email. And that goes for parents too, because I am available for you. I want to work with you in this whole process. So the parents also have some responsibilities, of course, to make sure your child is on time for class, completes the homework and turns it in on time. Just checking in with them. I know some students maybe aren't tech savvy yet. Maybe getting on Google Classroom and submitting their own homework might be a challenge. That's okay. The parents can help with that. And we'll get through this together. So, and then I do really want this part right here, reads own writing to you every week. So just about every week, there will be some form of writing that the students do. Well, I take that back. Every week, there will be some form of writing, whether it's an outline or a few sentences or paragraphs, multiple paragraphs. They will have something in their hands to read to you. And the reason why I want them to do that is because the little silly mistakes that sometimes they don't catch when they're reading it in their head, when they read it out loud, those come to their attention. And it's a great habit to get into. And I'll even talk to the kids about practicing reading to their dog or their cat or their stuffed animal or the mirror or whatever, just to get in the habit of reading their work out loud. And then your job as a parent is to correct some errors. Now, I put some underlined here because let's be honest, some students make several errors, and that's okay. But if you as the parent, make them correct every single misspelled word, every period, every comma, every capitalization, it's just going to be a nightmare, right? The student's going to be frustrated. You're going to be frustrated. It's just, I really want to take away that frustration with writing so you can pick and choose a few things for them to fix. Turn it in with mistakes. It's okay to turn in their work with mistakes. And I really like to know from parents too, is like, so-and-so really had a hard time with this lesson this week. And we spent an hour on it and then, it was too frustrating. I need to know that because I can shift things around and adjust things because I want this class to be enjoyable and I want it to be doable for the students. I do want it to be a challenge. Don't get me wrong. I do want to challenge the students, but I don't want frustration. So that's where I'm just going to be really in tune with you on that to make sure that doesn't happen. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense to you as a mom, I did that, especially with my son. I made him erase. If I didn't like his handwriting, if it was sloppy, I'd make him erase it and do it again. No, that's still sloppy. You need to really pay attention to where it is on the line. And then you misspelled this word and now you forgot this. And it was like, we were fighting and it was awful. And it was just stressful, and I didn't know back then, because like I said, he's 27 now. So this was, a long time ago before I really fully understood how this process goes. So if you're in that boat, I just want to encourage you to try to back off on that, and just be there to check some things and correct some things, but just more about encouraging your child. I was going to say something else. I lost my train of thought here. I focus on structure and style of writing. So I'm looking at how is the sentence structured and does it make sense grammatically? And then the style comes in with the words that they add to their sentences to give it more style. And those are parts of speech like ly adverbs and strong verbs and adjectives that are just really descriptive, and clauses. And we talk about what those are in the grammar book, and then we practice using it in the writing. So the style comes in on how they incorporate those parts of speech. So that's my focus. I do point out errors sometimes as far as spelling or capitalization and things like that, but that is not part of my lesson. So if you need to have a separate curriculum at home for spelling, you can do that. I encourage that, especially if there's a little challenge there for your child. And then helping your child as needed. My goal is to have your child eventually be independent. Right now, they may still be dependent on you, but my goal is to be able to be in charge of this class. You're more of a support. You're the main teacher. I'm a support too. We support each other basically, but I'm taking that pressure off of you to teach the writing, and then you come in as a support at home with their writing. So hopefully that made sense to you guys. And then checking the binder weekly. So the binder, we move things around in the binder. And honestly, this is the hardest part about Zooming with students, because this is what I see. If I say, okay, take out pages, 7 to 10 or whatever, and close your rings. I see this, I see paper flying, and I'm like, oh man, okay, make sure you close the rings now, make sure you keep it together. So please check your binder, the students' binders, and make sure that everything stays intact. I have too many kids last year that forgot to close their rings, and then they went to pick up their binder and they dropped it, and there's about 200 pages in there, and it's a nightmare trying to get it all back in order and everything. So, but I do want to teach the kids how to use tabs in the binder, how to move things from one section to another. And I have a little document camera that I show, so they can see exactly what I'm doing, and they can just, copy what I'm doing. But anytime we're moving things around the binder after class, if you could just check their binder and make sure everything's back in there, then that would be wonderful. And then, of course, making payments or requesting certificates monthly if you're with Heartland or Gorman, and then communicating with me. It's huge. I am totally fine with regular texting, phone call, email, and then we will use a Remind app that I'll share with you in a little bit. Those are 4 ways to communicate with me. So I really do want to be in touch with you. All right. Any questions so far? If not, shake your hand. Shake your head. If you do have a question, go ahead and unmute so we can talk about it.
Excuse me?
Yes, Tyler.
Are we allowed to type our paragraph?
Yes, you are. I encourage typing. If you're not ready to type yet, I don't know if William or Camila, sorry, is typing yet, but you can write it if that's what you do. That's fine with me. But yes, Tyler, if you're typing, please type. And you'll learn that we do keyword outlines. I don't know if you know what those are yet, but we're going to learn how to do an outline. Those have to be handwritten, and I'll explain as we go through the class why, but they're pretty short. When it comes to writing your paragraph, though, you may type. Yes. Good question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'm going to keep going then. Let me know if you guys think of anything to ask me. Okay, so your supplies are your binder and your book that I know you ordered. Some of you are still waiting for it. That's okay. You also need college ruled loose binder paper. That's the lined paper. You know, college rule is like this. It's a little narrower than the other lined paper. So I do prefer the college rule. And loose meaning it's not in a notebook. It's loose so that you can add it to your binder, because we will be adding things to your binder as we go too. So make sure you have at least 2 reams or packages. They're just the little packages. We don't really need more than 2 of those packages of binder paper, lined paper. Pencils, if you like mechanical or regular, it's up to you. A sharpener, if you have regular pencils, of course. Ballpoint pens. We use pens actually more than pencils, believe it or not. And I'll tell you why as we go through the class. But and then a package of highlighters. We only need 4 different colors. That'll come later when we start working with multiple sources. But it's good to have them ready when we get to that part. Post-it notes. I teach the kids how to label things and tab things in their book, their grammar book, because the grammar book really goes in tandem with our writing. So there's certain things like, for instance, prepositional phrases. Prepositions. It's kind of a long list of prepositions, and they have it in the book. And I always like to have the students put a Post-it note in there that's sticking up over the top, because when they go and do their writing and they know they have to include a preposition or a prepositional phrase, they can go back to their grammar book and go, oh yeah, I remember now. And they can choose one of those words to use in their writing. So we use them together, and the Post-its really help stay organized and to find things faster. And then of course, I always liked this, and this is optional. If you want to use a box or a bag, I recommend that for pencil, for your whole supplies, all these things listed here, to keep together so that it's all, you know, when you come to class, you sit down in front of the computer, you have your box of stuff or your bag of stuff, and then your binder and your book, and you're good to go. You have everything handy right there with you. So I really recommend I'm asking for your help, for parents, to make sure their little workstation, wherever they do their Zooming, has these supplies handy right at their fingertips. That's the best. Okay. Any questions so far right now from you guys? No? Okay. I see you shaking your head. Yeah, I like to see a visual no, because that way I know you heard my question. I'm talking to the students. And then if you do have a question, feel free to unmute. So I have this on here to organize the binder a little bit, but we're going to wait on that because some of you don't have it yet. So that's okay. The first day of class next week, if you have it, we'll organize it a little bit. So, and it's going to be a process. So, don't worry, you don't have to like take apart everything and move everything on the first day. So it's not too bad. All right. Here are the list of holidays for the year. I start my classes obviously in September. We go to May 23rd is the last day of class. And in between all of that, there are the holidays. Most of the holidays fall on a Monday, so they won't affect you. So I wanted to still give this to you because we have the major holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter listed here. I follow the traditional school calendar. So these are the same holidays that at least up here in Tehachapi, and I'm pretty sure all of Kern County follows this schedule. So I will be emailing this to the parents so you can have a copy of it for your computer. And just wanted to show you that. And then here I have the rules and procedures. Some of these we already talked about. I'm just going to go through them kind of quickly. These are for students. Log in to Zoom on time. Leave your camera on during class. Now that is a must. Although last year I had a student that actually, 2 students, and they were brothers, had the chicken pox. Poor guys. I haven't heard of people getting the chicken pox in a while, but they had it pretty bad and it was on their face and they were really feeling embarrassed about it. So I said, you know what, don't turn your camera on. It's okay. We'll wait till you get through that. And so there are exceptions if, you know, whatever situation you have, but 99.9% of the time, I do want your camera on. It helps me to feel like I'm actually teaching real people and I'm not looking at a black screen. And it's just better for the students to be able to interact with me. So keep your camera on. Some students, I have one that always turns their camera like this. And, you know, they come to class like this. So I do like it down. So I guess everybody's good right now. I see your face. That's the main thing. And then if you have background noise at home, like everybody's muted right now except for me, that's okay. If you have background noise during class, keep it muted. If it's pretty quiet in the room you're at, I do prefer you to be unmuted too, because it takes a second for you to find the unmute, and then it takes a second for it to actually unmute. And so the interaction is a little bit better if you can stay unmuted during class. So I'll remind you of that during class. But if you've got little brothers and sisters that are not having a good day, or you've got dogs that are seeing a cat out the window and they're going crazy, or the plumber's there and they're hammering and sawing or whatever, you can stay muted because it is distracting when we hear background sound. So, and I have dogs. I know I don't have any children at home right now, but I have 3 dogs. Most of the time they're outside, but sometimes they're inside and sometimes they cause commotion. So it's life. We're all at home. So anyway, let's see, come prepared with all supplies, raise your hand for questions and comments. And I'll show you next week, you can either raise your hand like this, like what Tyler was doing, or there's an emoji hand you can use. And we'll talk about how to use the Zoom call for class when we start next week. And then I already talked about muting, write down your homework assignments, and then showing respect to others while they're speaking, and then turn in homework on GC is Google Classroom by 5 o'clock the day before class. So your homework is due Wednesday by 5 p.m. So when I assign the homework, you're going to see it says homework due week of September 11th, because that's the Monday of the week next week. But your assignment is due the night before class. I put it that way on Google Classroom because all of my classes are in one classroom online. So I just leave it generic with the due date, but I just want you to know it's due by 5 o'clock the night before class. Okay, that's the actual due date. Any questions right now? Okay, thank you, William. I saw that. Okay, good. All right. Oh, this is for in-person classes. So I'm going to skip that slide. Now, Google Classroom. Okay, here's the deal with Google Classroom. I am going to walk you through right now how to log into my classroom on Google. I think it looks like Tyler might be on a cell phone. So if you are not on the device that you're going to be using for class, this is recorded. So you can kind of fast forward to this part of the recording and do it later. Okay, so I'm just going to walk you through how to log in Google Classroom. And if you can do it now, if your parent is with you and they can help you do it now, that would be great. Okay, so I'm going to change my share here. Okay. Yeah, if you have your device that you're going to be using, you can get it now. It looks like William and Camila, you guys are just going to watch, and that's okay. And so you're going to need help with from your parents later with how to log in on Google Classroom. Everybody needs to be logged in on Google Classroom for my class, because that's how I give my homework assignments. Okay. Are you, Tyler, it looks like you're getting on another device. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So the first step is to open a new tab, and it should just pop up as Google. If not, you can just go to Google. I'm sure you know how to get there. Okay. Tyler, have you ever used a Google Classroom before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I don't think.
Shake your head no.
Okay. Do you have a Gmail account, Tyler?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Through her.
Through Heartland. Okay. So I'm not sure. So, okay, let me show you this first. On the Google page, do you see how there's this icon? It's my picture right here. Yours probably has either a picture or a letter or maybe a red or blue dot there, something that an icon basically. There's a little one here up higher, but you want to go to the bigger one that's actually in the window of this tab. You guys see that dot?
Oh, so not yet.
Okay, I'll give you a second.
You tried to.
Well, go back to the Google.
Do you see that dot there,
Okay.
Tyler? So if you click on it, it'll open up a new window, like, or not window, but a little pop-up like this. Let me move my.
Log into your Google email.
Yeah, so you're gonna choose the email that you're gonna log in with. Do you see it there?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, so then I'm gonna choose Bob Smith. That's just a fictitious student name that I made up, so you can see what it looks like as you log in as a student. So I'm going to go to Bob Smith. This is his Gmail here. Do you see the little, what we call waffle? It's like a little grid right here, and it's got 9 dots. If you click that, it'll open up all the apps for Google. So Google has a ton of apps. Do you see that list?
Yes.
Yes.
Good, good. Okay, keep scrolling down until you see the word classroom. It looks like a little chalkboard. When you see classroom, go ahead and click on that.
Then click wait, click on the drop down.
Do you want me to go back and show you again?
Go back. Okay. Okay, click on continue. I'm a student. And then join class.
Yes. And then if you see this, there's a couple of ways. You can click the button that says join class, or there's a plus button up here. Either way will take you to join class. When you click that, do you see a spot for a class code?
Yes.
Yay. Okay, now let me show you the code. Yay. I'm glad it's working for you guys. And the other students, William and Camila, you guys can do this later, okay? I'm going to record this. I'll send it to you. Here's the code. By the way, this right here is a lowercase L. So it's all lowercase letters, and then there's some 4s in there. So W, B, N, 4, L, 4, M. I'll leave it there for a minute so you can see that. You're going to type that into the class code. William, I see you taking a snapshot of that. That's a good idea. And Camila, if you have a phone near you, you can take a picture of that code, and then you can use it later when you log in.
Do you have to authorize us to come in?
I shouldn't have to. Did you? What does it say on your end right now?
It says wrong account. The code looks correct, but your account can't access this class. Switch to the correct account for classroom or contact your teacher.
Okay, did you use your Heartland Charter Gmail or your Heartland Charter email?
Yeah.
I think it has to be a Gmail. That's the only thing. I think it has to be like your personal because I had trouble with another student with that too. One student was able to do it with their Heartland email, and then another student wasn't. So let me see if I see you, if there's something I can do to approve you. Let's see, because
So he's 20909.
are you trying a different email?
I don't think I have.
We don't have a different.
Yeah,
doesn't
we
have
don't.
a different
I don't have a
title.
different one.
Okay. Because I think the Heartland Charter is your name and then at heartlandcharterschool.com or something like that. Is that how it is?
Yes, 20909.
They give you a number and it's
at
at heartlandcharterschool.com, but it's through Google.
Yeah.
It is through Google. I don't know how. So the message said that the class number is correct, but you can't access through that account. I wonder if because Heartland might have it protected. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
though I'm a vendor with Heartland, I don't know if it'll allow you to. So do you have a personal email, Tyler, that has just gmail.com?
I may have one on my phone. You want me to go check? Yes. Give me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes or no? I can go see if my phone.
You don't have all you have is iCloud.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, I don't.
Okay. If you need to, you can create a Gmail account. So one of my to-do things today is to create a video, like a tutorial on how to log in to Google Classroom. And I can include that, like how to create a new Gmail. It's really easy. You just need to see the steps. But so for now, I wouldn't worry about trying to log in. But if you want to create a new Gmail for Tyler, you can. If you want, Tammy, if you want to create the Gmail and have him just go log in through you, that's okay too. He doesn't have to have his own. I'm pretty sure, like when I look at my list here, all of mine are Gmail accounts. So I'm pretty sure it has to be at gmail.com. So for now, I think we'll just keep going. And then like I said, I'm going to send out a video later today on how to do this. So you can watch it and then pause it and do it on your own. Okay.
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 Do that. Yeah. Sorry about that. I mean, technology, once we get it going, it's pretty awesome, but sometimes it's a little tricky, getting it situated, but we'll make sure you have what you need and, you won't miss anything. So, okay, let me go back to my slideshow because I have just another slide to show you. Oops. So this is the other form of communication I was telling you about earlier. It's called the Remind app. And the way to get into my group is to open up like you're going to send a text message to someone, and you click the little pencil like you're going to send a text, and where it says to, like where you normally put a phone number, you'll put 81010. So if you're Camila and William, if your mom is nearby and they're listening, have them do this. And then in the text message, you'll just type in the @ symbol, Cisneros W, and then send. And then that will join you with my group on Remind. And as you're doing that, I'm just going to leave it there for you to work on that. The Remind app is totally safe. It's free. And it is a lot of times what schools use to communicate with families. And I love it because I can send a message to everybody. And I have about 50 students. So I can send it out fast and everybody gets it at the same time. And then you can reply to my text and it only comes to me.
80
So
8101.
it's nice because I'm going to mute you guys just so that it's not too distracting. There you go. It's nice because then like a group text, a big group text, you get all this feedback and people are replying and it's like ding, 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 and it drives you crazy. But this way I can send out a big text and you can reply and I'm the only one that gets it. So we can use this as a form of communication one-on-one too. But like, for instance, if I wake up and my internet is down, it crashed, or the power's out. I mean, that happens in Tehachapi in the winter sometimes, or I'm sick, or, I can't have class for whatever reason. I can send out a message in the morning and everybody gets it at the same time. So this is the best way to get, important information. Were you guys able to do it, Tammy?
No, so is the 2 the 81010, and then in the subject is the at Cisneros W,
So
or
it's
is it the other way?
yeah, it's a text message. So you want to go like you're sending a text. And 2 is 81010. So like normally where the phone number goes, that's where you put 81010. And then in the body where you actually type your message, you're just going to put the at symbol, Cisneros W, and send that as a text. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay.
That works.
Yeah. Did you get it?
It's probably in space somewhere, but did you send it? It'll notify me when you get logged in. Yes, I did. It shows. Oh, there. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Your last name is El Frank. I just got one. It's weird. It came in as a period. Is that how you called your name? Just a period? So I think there's a place for you to actually put your name in there. So I could see who it is. It just came. So you did join, somebody joined, and it's just a period. That's all I see. There we go. Tammy Johnson. Is that right? Oh, you're muted. Okay, so I got Tammy. I think I got you. It's Tammy Johnson.
Right.
Perfect.
His just asks for his birth date. That's it.
Okay, so we can't allow students under 13 to join. So either he can fake a birth date just so he can join with me. It's just a safety thing. Does that
Okay.
make sense? Yeah. So,
Yeah,
or you can be the one. This is really for parents, but if you want him to join, he'll have to change his birth date just so that it'll allow him to join. Because I did get a notification that said only people over 13 can join.
dash 11. Okay, so that's just send it. Show care.
Download the Remind app to see the 37 messages.
So okay, if not, we'll get it set up.
Yeah, okay. And you're connected. That's the main thing. He can add later if he wants to, but that's good. And then William and Camila, later when your parents have time, have them watch this video so that they can log in too, okay?
I got removed again.
Okay, good. Oh, weird. Well,
Work
we'll
it
work
later.
on that. Because there's another way for me to do it. If you send me Tyler's cell number, I can invite him that way too. It might be a little easier for him. So, but we can
Okay.
do that when we're done. I just have one more thing to do with you guys. It's almost time to go. But I have a scavenger hunt game to play with you. So this is gonna be fun. Have you guys ever done a Zoom scavenger hunt before? Everybody's like,
No, I
no. Okay, this is fun. So you can pause on all the trying to, connect with technology. We'll help you figure that out later. We have a week to figure that out. So the scavenger hunt goes like this. You have 1 minute to go find an object in your house. And I'm going to tell you what the object is, and then I'm going to set my timer, and then you have to go find it. Now, you have to be careful, no parkouring off the couch and stuff like that, okay? You guys got to be careful as you're going to get these items. And don't trip over stuff or fall down or knock things over. So you can be quick, but if your parents say don't run, then don't run. I don't want you to get in trouble, but you can maybe do a fast walk or something, okay? So just be careful. Do you have a question, William?
What if we don't have the stuff?
Well, the stuff I'm going to have you go find is typically in everybody's home, but if you don't have it, that's okay. One of them, I'm sure you'll have something. I bet you'll have all of them, honestly, because they're pretty easy stuff. Okay, if you're the first person back, you get 2 points. If you make it back within the minute, you get 1 point. If you don't make it back within the minute, you get 0 points. Okay, 2 points if you're the first one, 1 point if you make it back in time in the 1 minute. You guys are so cute. You're excited. Okay, and then 0 points if you don't make it back in 1 minute. Are you ready for the first item? I get my timer ready. All right. I'll give you a clue because it's going to be in the kitchen. Don't leave yet, though, because you don't know what you're getting yet. But you just know where you're headed. You're going to go to the kitchen. Okay? Go find something red in the kitchen and bring it back. Ready? Go. Go find something red in the kitchen and bring it back in 1 minute. Something red in the kitchen. Ooh, hold it closer, William. Ah, there you go. Yes, it's a lid to a Tupperware. You got 2 points. Good job. What'd you get? Oh, you got a lid too. Good. You guys got 1 point. Both of you. I see that. Yes, a mug. Awesome. And you still had 37 seconds left. So you guys are fast. Okay, so William was the first. We're going to give William 2 points. Everybody else gets 1 point. Are you ready for the next item? Okay. This one could be anywhere in the house. Okay, so I can't tell you what room. Go find a book. Ready, go. Go find a book. Bring it back to the camera. You had it right there. Oh, Tyler, you guys tied. You both got 2 points. A book.
I had one right here.
I already had a book.
You had it right there. That was perfect. You and Tyler got it. Camila, I see you have a book.
Thank you, Grandma.
There you go. And then is your sister coming back? Good job, Camila. Is your sister still looking for a book? I see that. Okay, good. Okay, put the book down. You'll have to clean up later. I have to put all these things back when we're done with class, okay? Ready for the next one? Okay, this is a good one. I'll give you a clue. It's in the bathroom. But don't leave yet. Camila, come back. You can't get a head start. I have to see you in the camera. Stay here. There you go. I see you. Okay, ready? It's 1 sheet of toilet paper. Just 1 sheet of toilet paper. Go get it. Bring it back. One sheet of toilet paper. Just one, not the whole roll, just one sheet. You did it. Let me see, William. Good. Good job. Oh, good, Tyler. I see it. Good job. Yay. Tyler got a point. I'm waiting for Camila. One sheet of toilet paper. Hopefully she's getting it. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Yay, there it is. Good. You still had 29 seconds left. That was pretty good. Okay.
We ran out of words.
You ready for the next thing? Okay. I want you to go find one clean sock. Go get a clean sock. Ready, go. It has to be clean. I don't want to see any dirty socks around here. One clean sock. Clean. Yay. William, you are so fast. Oh, good, Tyler. I see yours. Did you get it, Camila? Yay. Okay, good. You got it. Good. All right. William is just like wiping you right out.
The other.
What was that?
You got the other because it was a pair.
Oh, that's perfect. Those are cute too. So William so far has 8 points because he is just like so fast. He's picking up all these things so fast. Camila, you have 4 points, and Tyler, you have 5 points. And Camila's sister, what is your sister's name?
Olivia.
Olivia. Okay. So Olivia, you also have 4 points, the same as Camila, sorry. All right. Now I want you to go find, and it could be any size, a spoon. Go get a spoon and bring it back to the camera. Ready, go. A spoon, any size. William. Oh, good. Camila, you were so close.
I almost got a dirty one.
Oh, it's okay. It could be clean or dirty. It doesn't matter. Any size. There you go. Good job, girls. Let's see. Okay, you guys both have 5 points. Did you get it, Tyler? I see it. Good job. All right. Last one. Okay, ready? A hairbrush. Go get a hairbrush. It has to be a brush. Bring it right back to the camera. It doesn't have to be your brush. It could be somebody else's brush. Tyler's thinking, do I have a brush? You don't really have much hair to brush, huh? Good, William. Let me see. It's a comb.
Oh.
Do you have a brush?
Time to go.
There you go. Camila, you got one. Okay, we'll count that, William. Good job, Camila. Tyler's looking. He's like, a brush, a brush. Do I have a brush?
Olivia, why don't you?
There you go.
Tyler are you muted or unmuted?
I'm unmuted.
Tyler, time to go.
Find
It's
one.
almost time to go. So, okay, that was the end of the game. So, William, you are the big winner. You got 12 points. You did awesome. And Camila and your sister Olivia, you guys got 6 points. You did awesome too. That was a tough challenge. William's like, I don't know. I think you're like, who's that character? Oh, Dash in the Incredibles. You must have like legs like Dash. You just take off. Nobody can even see you. You're like a blur running through the room. And then Tyler, you got 7 points. So good job, you guys. That was fun.
Olivia didn't find anything.
Oh, was she helping you though? Because I saw her in there.
She ran to our parents' bathroom, but I found one in our bathroom.
All right. So here's the thing I'm going to have you do this week. Okay. So everybody listen up. I just want you to write between 3 and 5 sentences. So basically 1 paragraph. If you only do 3 sentences, that's okay. If you can do 5, that's great. I want you to write about how to make your favorite ice cream sundae. Think about your ice cream sundae that you like to eat. If you don't like ice cream, you can pretend like you like ice cream. But how to make your favorite ice cream sundae. You got to have ice cream and then toppings like hot fudge or sprinkles or candy or whipped cream and a cherry and all those things and you just explain how you make an ice cream sundae. And that's all you have for homework this week. So it's on the Google Classroom. So once you figure out how to log into Google Classroom, and I want you to try to do that by tomorrow if you can. If you need help, let me know. We can do a separate Zoom and I can help you get on there, okay? So just let me know if you need help, but you're just going to write one simple paragraph. If it's 3 sentences, that's fine, about how to make your own ice cream sundae, your favorite ice cream sundae. Give me a thumbs up if you know what to do. Good. Yay. Got it, William? You're not sure what to do? Okay, you can put your thumbs down for a second. So you're going to write on a piece of paper. Just use a piece of lined paper. And Tyler, if you know how to type it, you can type it. And you're going to write about how to make an ice cream sundae. Does that make sense, William? Like, first you get the ice cream and you explain what ice cream it is. Maybe you like chocolate chip and you can say, first, get the chocolate chip ice cream out of the freezer and put 2 scoops in a bowl. Next, add hot fudge on top. Then sprinkles and whipped cream. Finally, sit down and enjoy your favorite ice cream sundae. Something like that. Okay, the steps on how to make an ice cream sundae. Got it, William? Just one paragraph, 3 to 5 sentences. So I'll make sure you guys all get in Google Classroom. You got your spoon ready for your sundae, huh? You're like, I'm going to eat it right now. There you go. All right, you guys. Well, we went 1 minute over, but have a great day. And I will see you the same time right here, the same link on Thursday next week. Have a good week, you guys.
You as
Bye.
well.
Thank you.
Okay.
See you next time.